Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Apex Motorsport and to the final day of Apex Advent. This, of course, is the Apex Motorsport Christmas Special 2023. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, it's also the final episode of Just Another F1 Podcast, Season 4, Episode 25. We've done 25 this season. I think it's the most we've done any season so far. So yeah, we're doubling this one up. We'll have a chat about the season, then we'll jump into the famous quiz, which, Ryan, you may remember from a few years back when we had FP1 Will on, we had Craig on, and I can't remember how it ended, but I remember it ended. There was a lot of carnage involved at one point. That's all I can remember. There was some tough questions in there and a tiebreaker, I think. But yeah, let's jump into this today. I'm, of course, as you can see on screen, joined by Ryan, Tom, Liam, and Kieran. Team Apex. It's been a while since we've all sort of been in the one virtual room together. But yeah, let's start with you, Ryan. Basically, I was sort of we didn't want to go and discuss the whole season again, so I decided that I found an article from Auto Week that basically was like saying 23 questions that will be answered during the season, and it's quite funny, looking back at that article and seeing what they were somewhat predicting might happen. So I'm going to ask you a few of scenarios that they suggested, and I'll start with you, Ryan. The first one they suggested, or the first question they thought will be answered: will Oscar Piastri deliver on the hype?
Yes. Oh, yes. Do you need me to elaborate?
Yeah, go elaborate. How would you rate his
Okay.
performance this season?
Well, as all rookies, everyone starts off a wee bit slow. They've obviously have to find their feet, find out how to work with the car, how the car reacts, get used to the difference, and obviously the G forces going from Formula 2 to Formula 3, the brake pedal power, which apparently everyone says is massive. And then just of course gelling with the team and obviously your teammate. Your teammate is your closest competitor to compare yourself against. And in the first half of the season, McLaren were in the bin, to say the least, at the start. So there was no real identifying mark to see who was really performing the best out of who, because none of the two were really anywhere. But then come that second half of the season, yikes, things turned around. And Oscar, he has been delivering the goods. I don't really know what to say. He's been consistently awesome, to say the least, for that second half of the season. Lando and him have been close. At one point, Oscar was actually the favoured driver in one of the races where they were told not to switch positions. So clearly, he has shown that he is going to be one of their main drivers come even next year. And Lando really needs to get his socks pulled up and get the feet in the gear or the hands in the gear. I don't know what car in the gear, and let's go, because that's gonna be a close one next year, 100%.
Tom, one thing that Auto Week predicted was that the best of the rest, which traditionally has always been the likes of like McLaren, Alpine, and stuff. Although in the context of the season, it's pretty much everyone other than Red Bull. But they were predicting that the midfield will close up to the top two or three in the championship, which is really Aston Martin and McLaren. That happened. Just it was a season of sort of mixed fortunes. You had Aston Martin sort of not dominating, but doing really well up until the halfway point, and then it switched and it went into McLaren's favour.
So I think, with that, I think really that I think it's going to be interesting next season. I think maybe Aston Martin could potentially close the gap up again to McLaren, but I don't. It's going. I don't really know. It's going to be interesting because I think McLaren, obviously they were atrocious at the start of this season. They were just nowhere really. They were probably the slowest car on the grid. Maybe, and then by the time we got to maybe like around Silverstone time, they were a lot more. Well, I mean, they were completely different team compared to where they were in Bahrain. So I think that maybe it depends how does Aston Martin's win tunnel, when does that come into effect? Is that in effect now, or do they still got, or will that be the season after next? Or
the penalty will come into play next season.
no, I mean no. They've built all the new facilities, like they've got
Oh
Silverstone
yeah,
where they've built all the new factories and stuff. Well, that won't be affect this year's car. It'll be next year's car. It'll affect the season after's car, really.
Yeah, maybe
So interesting to
maybe the
see.
latter end of next season, but definitely 2025.
So yeah, I mean, they could come on the pace near the end-ish bit of next season, but I think maybe the McLaren will probably keep at the top of the best of the rest pile because I just feel they're in. Well, I think they're in a good position.
Yeah, and Liam, they thought that Fernando Alonso would do quite well at Aston Martin. I don't think anyone expected him to do that well going into the start of the season.
No, that first half of the season from Alonso was like the Alonso of old, wasn't it? You know, Aston Martin last year with Vettel, you know, there must have been a reason he retired. The performance just wasn't good enough. The pace wasn't there for a team that have got a lot of potential as well. And then we saw in Bahrain and the first few races of the season, they were the team that were challenging Red Bull. Like Tom said, they sort of fell off around that Silverstone part of the season, sort of midway, but the pace they had at the start was extraordinary. Even, you know, Lance Stroll as well, Alonso's teammate, even with the injury he had to his hand, he was doing really well at the start of the season. It's a shame that they fell off towards the second half, but yeah, it was really good to see Alonso challenging for the podium again. And then when they came back again in Brazil and there was that fight to the line with Alonso and Perez, that was really good to see. So it's good that they came back at the end of the season, but they can't let complacency creep in again like they did at midpoint in 2023.
And then, Kira, another thing the week sort of predicted was that Mercedes would be back in the fight. Obviously, they had a very disappointing season last year. Do you think that they made improvements this year, or was it last season they got a victory, this season they didn't? Would you say it's still a disappointment for them?
I would say it's still a disappointing season for Mercedes. Like they're used to previous seasons winning multiple races, and now they're struggling to even get one victory. So I don't think they're anywhere near where they want to be. But I think that you can see the small improvements being made by the team. They're slowly getting back to the places they want to be. So it will just be keeping an eye on where they go, how the car develops next year, and how the drivers battle, because that's one of Mercedes' biggest downfalls, I think, at the moment, is Hamilton and Russell are so focused on each other that they forget to race their competition. So I think that's something that maybe needs to be looked at within the team as well, that they need to work together and not always see each other as competition as often as they do.
Then one final question for each of you. So I'll start with you again, Ryan. Other week said that Williams, they expected them to lift themselves off the bottom of the grid. They did that. They done quite well, didn't they?
Yeah, if you look at the factual information in front of us, they did actually pretty well. Scored a lot more points than they have before, especially compared to the Robert Kubica era and George Russell. Rest in peace, 1 point race, 1 point season. That was a very great season. But it's good to see Williams back up, picking themselves off the floor. That Mercedes engine, I think it needs to go, because for whatever reason, they're the only team that can't extract as much out of it. And whether that's down to downforce, because that does play a big factor, but they get they get one of the bigger chunks of downforce, not downforce, but aerodynamic testing. So it's like, how do they not just extract that wee bit more? I just get a funny feeling. I don't want to say a Ferrari. If they had a Ferrari engine, all hope would be lost. But if they manage to create a deal and scrap off the Mercedes partnership, even though they're very closely tied together, thank you, Toto. I think a Red Bull engine in that car would be a lot better for the team. Obviously, we can't look at AlphaTauri too closely because they literally should have been up there beside them with that engine. If you look at the two Red Bulls, absolutely dominating. But Williams, they've done really well. Alex Albon and Logan Sargent. Logan and we'll say, well, in the two US races, especially in Las Vegas, was probably his best showing of the year. Per Logan, he's still here for another year, so hopefully he actually improves, unlike the previous generations. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes for next year.
Yeah. And Tom, Ryan mentioned there Las Vegas. It was a new race for the season. There was a lot of talk going into it. A lot of sort of annoyance as well from especially locals, and obviously we had didn't sort of a great going into the race. There was a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of hype, a lot of potential, but then during the race we had loads of problems with the fans and stuff being kicked out. Do you think though on the race in itself, Las Vegas sort of lived up to the hype?
I think. Yeah, I think it did really. I think it was probably one of the better races of the season. The track was set up well for this kind of generation of cars. It suited them quite a bit with that massive straight into the you had the strip straight, whatever it's called, and then you had into the braking zone. That seemed to work because it was so long. But yeah, I think it did live up to the hype. I think there was definitely, it felt like a big event. It didn't feel like one of these well, not necessarily like smaller races, but it didn't feel like you're going to somewhere that wasn't like there was a big crowd to go with the big atmosphere. Like say you go somewhere like like Saudi Arabia or Bahrain, there is this kind of big feel because they've always got these fireworks and stuff after the race, and there's it's in the set in the cities and stuff. But compared to Las Vegas, I think the crowd attendance always seems a little bit smaller. So with the crowd sizes and then the kind of how much effort they put into it with just everything that was there, I think it did live up to it. And yeah, the racing was good there, especially with the cold surface and just unpredictableness. I think it was really good.
And then the AlphaTauri had going into the season had a youthful lineup: Nick de Vries and Yuki Tsunoda. There was a lot of positive things coming out saying this could be a great young partnership for Nick de Vries isn't exactly young, but in terms of Red Bull, he's seen as a young driver. He was before, eventually got sacked, and obviously Daniel Ricciardo came in to replace him, and obviously Liam Lawson. Other week predicted that AlphaTauri's youngsters will continue to develop. Do you think that that happened with Lawson coming in, or do you think would you go back to the Vries? Do you think it was the right call then? Especially we seen Lawson come in, how good he was at times, and then obviously Ricciardo came in and basically helped that team sort of balance itself out a bit.
I think the Ricciardo move was definitely needed for them. They sort of needed that stability in the team again because obviously they're a youthful team. They look to the future, but they were just really underperforming this year. Like Ryan said, they've got the Red Bull engine. Look how dominant they were this year. And I think De Vries, it was really harsh to let him go that early. I know he didn't perform well, but we saw what he could do in Monza in 2022 with Williams, I think it was. So the potential was clearly there, and it was a car that never really performed that well. So I think he could have been given a bit more time. But as I said, going to Ricciardo, it gave them that experience, that stability. And Liam Lawson, he was one of my standout performers this season. I don't know how many races it was. It wasn't many, but in all of those, he did really well. And in terms of developing their young drivers, I think Tsunoda really went under the radar this year. He really carried on bringing that momentum that he had last year. I think he should have been talked about more. I think he performed really well. Even with Ricciardo coming back in, one of the most respected and talented drivers, Tsunoda was always keeping up with him. So I think they're an interesting team. Everyone should keep an eye on them next year because, there's a lot of potential there. But yeah, it was an interesting season for them for sure.
And then final question to you, Kira. Auto Week basically predicted that exile drivers such as Daniel Ricciardo, Felipe Drugovich, Theo Pourchaire, they would make their way either back in the F1 or into F1 because they've won titles in the past or been with a team for a long time and they never were given that opportunity. We know Ricciardo made his way back. Felipe Drugovich turned down many different series because he wanted to get an Aston Martin seat. And then Theo Pourchaire has won the F2 title this year. You think with the grid staying the same for next year as the grid that lined up in Abu Dhabi is the same grid going into next season, do you think that's a good thing, or do you think that there needs to be some opportunity for these younger drivers and drivers that basically let go that deserve to be in F1? There should be space for them, but it's difficult to fit them in.
I think it's a difficult one. I think you see it from different perspectives. Obviously, the teams are going to go for who they think is going to win them the points. They're not going to do it as such based on what makes for a more entertaining race. For them, this is their job. They are putting people in who they think are going to get the best outcomes. But I think people like Sebastian Vettel left the sport to make space for younger drivers to come in. Like, he left because he achieved what he wanted to and felt like it was time for a new generation to come in. But then he left and his seat got taken by Alonso. So I think it's hard to say whether it should be done that there's more to let new drivers and new talents in. I think it makes it more interesting. Look at Piastri, the performances he's put in his rookie season. Like, it makes a great watch. I think it's a hard one because there's only so many seats and only so many drivers, and contract extensions vary throughout. So I don't know. It's just a difficult one.
Yeah. So that's sort of all the questions about last season, what they were predicted. There were some very interesting ones. That's sort of the best of the bunch. I'll quickly run through some of the others. They're asking, if sprint qualifying would work, what the tire changes impact. Although the final one that was quite interesting, given what's happened in recent weeks, is the relationship between F1 and the FIA about to change. Definitely.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton with the sneaky little microphone finger. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the one I'm sure you've all been waiting for. Quiz time.
Woo-woo, quiz.
Yeah. We're using the Kahoot quiz. There is, I think, 15 questions, which I have done. I do apologize if I've accidentally clicked the correct answer to be incorrect.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, spices things up a little bit. So yeah, let's use. First of all, everyone got their phones ready or computers ready, whatever you're using.
Yeah.
All ready to start.
Hang on,
Yep.
before we start, can I just ask, why does Tom's penguin look like Albert Einstein?
Because
That's a very good point.
Kind of true, to be fair.
Tom took penguin. Dang it.
Love
Fair
it.
play, Tom.
Hold up.
Yeah.
What's not been chosen yet?
Yeah,
I'll be the
moustache is
polar bear.
even
I'm
fit.
gonna be the polar bear.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
This is as serious as the you call it the Apex predictions for the podcast as well, which you all drew level on. So
Yeah.
this is going to be somewhat of a.
We shook hands, me and Tom. We
yeah.
created a draw.
Yeah, because I didn't want to bottle it at the last minute.
I love that.
Yeah. So this could be somewhat of a unofficial championship decider at the same time.
Oh,
It's
I am screwed.
3v1 though, Ryan. 3v1. Okay. So we're all ready to go.
Is this
Yes.
is this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Do I get an ask the host quite a bit?
No, but
Bring a
if
friend.
I remember good is you get extra points for being like the first to answer and stuff. I
Oh
think.
damn! Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's pressure.
Pressure is on.
damn! Gotta get that super
Oh,
juice on.
I'm just saying it now. I'm gonna do really bad at this, but here we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Excuse me.
Fabrizio, here we go. Oh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
It's very fancy these countdowns.
The suspense is killing me.
Nice easy one to start off with.
Oh God.
I think
I was looking at the phone. I thought the answer was on the
Hey.
phone.
I know, I
forgot it was a
panicked.
speed
I was
thing,
like,
and I was like pretending that I didn't know
where
the
is it?
answer, forgetting that speed gets you points. So that's a great start from me.
We're all in the
Yeah.
same boat.
So yeah, obviously the question is who won the 2023 FA Formula 1 World Championship? Of course, it was Max Verstappen. So well done. All
At least
four
we're
of you
asking that 2
getting
years ago.
right.
Gotta put it in
Yeah.
every video.
Yeah, there we go. Don't worry, that might come up later. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Scoreboard. Oh, this is very fancy. So Ryan's in the lead. And Ryan's also last.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've had a few connection
That's
issues
quite
going
funny.
into this, so yeah. Okay, so only 3 points separating the top. So All to play for. 14 questions to go.
Goes downhill from
True or
here.
false?
Here we
It
go.
switches up.
come on.
So Max Verstappen was born in the Netherlands. True or false?
I don't actually know. I'm just being
Ooh.
stupid.
Who went true?
Me.
Oh
He was
Geography.
no!
born in Belgium.
It's
Geography,
so obviously
not-
a trick question.
Geography, not my strong point. I got a bit confused.
I should add that it goes like multiple choice and true or false each time. Just so you're aware.
I'm already off the podium now.
Okay. Have you almost hearing that every Sunday?
Oh
I have
no.
not missed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
That got
I'm
quite
really
annoying.
upset. Can we start the quiz again and tell me there was going to be questions about geography? Look at this.
Oh, you have sunk low already.
Oof.
I told you it
I
was going to
mean-
go downhill.
Yeah. Okay. You ready for the next question?
Yeah,
Plenty of
let's
time to
do it.
catch up.
There we go.
I've got the Dutch.
So which team did
accent
Oscar
stuck in my head
Piastri win his F2 and that's meant to be F3 titles with? So Prima, ART, Carlin, or Jenser Motorsport?
I should know this, and I feel stupid because I think I just hit the wrong one.
Nice. 5 seconds.
To be honest, yeah.
Okay.
now. Brilliant. Great. Wow.
Ugh,
Who got it
my
wrong?
heart. My heart.
Liam, okay.
Oh, my heart.
It was, of course, Prima Racing.
I just felt bad for Kira. I took one wrong answer.
Yeah, yeah,
Close up a bit.
yeah.
Oh, Tom.
Tom is now in the lead. With a
Streak.
streak as well. Okay, here we go. True or false? Only one driver has finished a race in 24th place. This is of all time, by the way.
Yes. It's
Oh.
so niche.
Okay.
So niche.
Yes.
Oh, has
Yeah.
Tom lost his streak?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Nah,
thought so.
it was-
Your face dropped.
Does anyone know who it was?
Was it not this year? No. I know that was
No,
a
no,
race.
this
Oh, it was a race. I thought it was a season. A race. This would have been like what, early 2000s?
2011
Yeah.
at the European Grand Prix in Valencia.
Whammy.
Kane.
I was going to
Yeah.
say Carter Kane.
Yeah,
No way.
Carter came.
It
Oh, what's
was.
his name?
Yeah,
Yeah, Tom. That's great knowledge.
it was no retirements in the race. Every other
Karun
time there's been
Chandok.
24. Every other time there's been 24 drivers in the race, someone has retired. So what does that do for the standings? Ryan's back on top.
Whoa.
How am I still last? Ridiculous.
Did De
You
Vries
have to
come
just be quicker.
24th this year in the standings? Like, or was it 23rd?
I think it was
'Cause-
23rd, was it? No.
He was the only
Everyone
person
scored
not
a
to
point
get
but
point.
him, right?
Yeah.
How many extra drivers did we get this year? Three?
De Vries finished 22nd.
Okay. I thought
Yeah,
there were more
that's
drivers
Dawson.
than him then.
Yeah.
Dawson and Ricardo.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Here we go. True or false?
All true
Oh,
or
no.
false.
Oh, let's copy the same question. Oh, that's a good fun.
Oh.
Oh,
At least I almost just hit the wrong one.
there's a free question for you all.
I panicked
Okay.
and I read that as a race this year, and I was gonna be like, "What?" Well, I've definitely just dropped. How did what?
Okay. Quiz. Who won the 2023 Azerbaijan Grand Prix? Was it Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, or Logan Sargent?
Oh wait.
Oh,
Oh wait.
Oh,
no, that is this year.
This will
oh,
be
wait.
on the Red Bull 2023
seconds.
season review, by the way, on the apexmotorsport.com.
Oh. Who
I
fell
knew I'd
for
done it wrong. Yeah.
Not me.
Street
Of course, with
Master.
Sergio Perez.
Street Circuit Master, unless it's Monaco. And he crashes on a Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I always wrong. Oh, look at this.
Ryan's still got a little bit of a lead. Liam's up 2 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming
I'm
back
still
here.
in last.
True or false? There were 5 sprint races in 2023.
Poo poo.
Oh no, it's not loading on my screen.
Oh no.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
Wait,
uh,
yeah. Was it 6?
Okay. Yeah, there was 6.
How many is it next
Who-
year? Is it 6 again?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. I'll remember
Who
that for
got that
next
one
year's
wrong?
oh, hello. That's that. Streak is gone, boys.
Oh,
It's all right,
Liam's
my
got the
arm's
streak
straight
now.
on 1.
44
still in
points.
Oh,
I'm getting upset. I'm not going to play anymore.
Oh no.
Okay. In the Abu Dhabi season finale, winner Max Verstappen became the first F1 driver to qualify higher than his teammate at every race, win 4 times at the same venue, lead more than 1,000 laps in a single season, or beat his teammate in every race of the season.
Wait. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
These are all actually correct. I
Yeah.
clicked the wrong one.
I
Dum
was
dum.
going to say.
He's just knocked
Yeah.
everyone's streak.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Can we just void that
Yeah.
question, please? I'm on a streak right now.
Yeah. At least she's all got it right. Okay, moving on. True or false? Oscar Piastri has more fastest laps and podiums.
I don't. She. Wrong one.
Oh, okay.
Are they
Who
the
got that one
same?
wrong?
Oh,
I said.
no,
I literally
got it
said
right.
wrong one.
Okay.
Dang it.
Does anyone know the answer in
Sure,
terms
does
of
he
how
not?
many podiums he's got?
It's like 2, no.
Isn't
Three.
it equal? Hasn't he got 2 fastest laps, 2 podiums?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
knowledge. Fair play.
Okay.
I was
Oh, this is
reading about
getting
Oscar
intense.
Piastri earlier, so.
Ooh.
Oh, yes!
Oh my god, I'm winning. What has
Yeah.
happened?
Tom's
Imagine
creasing
not
right
being
now.
a 6,000 point. Over 6,000 points.
Here we go.
Let him
Who won the 1977 British Grand Prix?
Don't know, mate. I wasn't there. But probably.
Dingus.
I don't
That's
even.
a
I'm just
guess.
going to take a random click.
This
on the
is gonna
screen
be
and hope for
a
the
get. Everyone's gonna have a different color here.
Oh
best.
no.
No.
Okay.
I
Who
should've
got that
gone
one
with my
right?
gut. Who did
Okay.
get
Not
that
many
right?
points. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not that many points.
Come on. Next. There we go. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
come
We're
on.
drawing.
It's like Abu Dhabi 2021 all over again. 2 times in a video. We're
Yeah.
doing well.
Let's not bring that up.
I'm gonna sneak it
Okay.
in one more time before we end.
You should.
Let me go click next. Okay, true or
Oh,
false?
not another one.
Max Verstappen won all but 2 races in 2023.
Wait.
Ooh.
Yes.
Uh,
Come on.
it was 3, wasn't
Right. Who put true?
it?
I kind of just click both at the same time and hope for the best. And yeah,
He won all
It
but
was
3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized
Saudi
that.
Arabia.
It was 2
Azerbaijan.
different drivers, but it was
Singapore.
3 in total. Dang it.
What does that do for the standings?
Up and away,
Oh,
Liam.
I might be looking good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Dang it.
Who won the 2023 DHL Pit Stop Award?
Oh, now.
No.
Oh, my
this is
screen.
trick.
My screen's
Easy.
frozen.
Wait,
Okay.
Huh?
are you sure?
Yep.
What?
Really?
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
What?
The
You
one
sure
in
it wasn't
Abu
McLaren?
Dhabi.
did McLaren
Oh,
break
I
the
could've
record though?
I could have
Yes.
sworn I saw
But
something
Ferrari
about Red Bull
sneaked
the other
in
day.
with one. Let me find the actual time.
Hold up.
That's his pit
Red
stop.
Bull.
It was with Carlos Sainz with a 2.16 second pit stop.
I thought McLaren hit like 1.8.
Yeah.
McLaren beat the record.
I mean, the website's wrong then.
When was that updated?
Yeah, to be fair, it hasn't been updated actually.
He's scoffed it.
This is going so well. At least
Specs.
here, no one got it right. It's fine.
Seems like-
I
Technically,
thought
yeah.
McLaren got the fastest, but Red Bull won the award
Yeah.
because they got the most fastest ones. But it's all right. We'll give Ferrari a win. They're kind of lacking at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you are correct. It is McLaren. The DHL website is incorrect. So yeah, no one got points there anyway, so it doesn't make much of a difference,
Nice
but
and
it does
even.
kill any streaks. Okay. 13. The 2024 grid is the same as the grid from the start of 2023. True or false?
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a slippery question.
Ah.
That is a slip up of a question.
Who got it
Yeah,
wrong?
boy. I fell for that too. I should have read it.
Yeah.
I just read 2023 and 24 same. Yes, because you said earlier the end and then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, this could be the greatest
Redemption?
comeback since
I
Dan
think-
Ricciardo.
Tom has
I think-
fallen off so hard.
Yeah.
Tom,
Redemption
Tom, your
story.
mouth is moving, but you're on mute, mate. I feel like I'm back in
This one,
lockdown.
Tom. Okay. Question 14.
Oh, here
How
we
many
go.
points did Lando Norris score in
Oh, my.
2023?
I have a number in my head and I'm just gonna go. Never mind.
This one. That's so annoying.
I've got it wrong, but I don't care.
Oh, yes. What a guess.
Well, it's
Who-
safe to
who
say
else
we
went
know who
yellow?
our winner is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Who else went yellow?
Who fell for the trap of 2000 or 206?
I
Um,
put 206, but not because it was a trap. I just couldn't remember what it was, and 6 is my lucky number, so I just clicked on that one. Clearly, not so lucky today.
That's up there, one of the better excuses, I must say. Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm still in second. It's
well,
okay.
we have a winner.
Yeah. This is the final question. So, best of luck.
Feeling a bit like Max Verstappen right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right, come on, guys. Bit of competition.
Question 4 was
What?
about how many sprint races there were.
Oh,
What? I've never had a quiz question about the quiz that I'm in.
Well, we had that in the 2020 Christmas special, where I had the
Yes!
question
I
4.
got it right as
Thank
well.
the Lord. Thank the Lord.
It was about the 24th place driver.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, recall.
Yeah.
And your winner
So-
is.
Well done,
Podium.
everyone. Thanks for taking part.
Ryan,
Dang it.
third place.
mine's a bigger
Kieran,
achievement than Liam's,
second.
like,
And
comeback.
joining Max Verstappen and Jake Dennis as world champions. Liam, congratulations.
Not as tight. That was a bit more of an easier win than Abu Dhabi 2021. Didn't really know how else to get that in, but it had to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well played, everyone.
Okay. Yeah,
Pick your
that
weekly
was
learning goals.
Can we do more Kahoots?
Enjoyable.
I really enjoy a Kahoot when I'm not losing.
I feel like we'll have to spring a few more of them into the podcast next season, for sure.
Race
I
reviews
do love the
ahead.
fact that, with this being a video podcast now as well, anyone who's listening to Spotify hasn't a clue what's been going on for the past 20 minutes. If you do want to know what happened, go over to the YouTube channel, Final Day of Apex Advent. This is, of course, our Christmas Eve special. So yeah, I think that's all we have time for today. Ryan, Tom, Liam, Kira, thanks for joining for this one. I mean, I could go ask you all of your final thoughts of the season. Yeah, very quickly.
Okay.
You have like 3 seconds to think of it. Describe 2023 season in 3 words. Ryan, you
3
first.
words. Max Verstappen domination.
Okay,
Simple.
Tom.
Please, not next season.
That's 4.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Liam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll help Tom out there. I'll go 2024, comma, be better.
Okay.
Bit of a fight, please.
And
Bit of a
Kira?
fight.
Chaotic, interesting, expected.
Okay. So yeah, it definitely was. It wasn't the most entertaining season of all time, but it was one for the history books, that's for sure. But yeah, thanks all you for joining me. Thanks everyone for watching and listening, and well, thanks for supporting us during Apex Advent. It's been quite a month. We've had a video and an article every single day. It's been quite a long process, but we've got there. So yeah, the last thing to say is Merry Christmas to everyone watching, listening,
Merry
and
Christmas.
we'll be back in the new year with more Motorsport content. So yeah, thanks for watching / listening. Hope you can join us in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye. Merry Christmas.